Right. Greetings to all the viewers. Now we are going to conduct the session based on water in its treatment. It is the part of engineering chemistry. So already we started the series of sessions based on this engineering chemistry. Chapter wise discussion is going to be considered in specific examination point of view. So water and its treatment, earlier concepts available at the channel Dr. Kavita Chemistry Academy. Earlier it will be World of Competitive Chemistry. You can subscribe the channel, watch and share with your friends, and we will get the contents, all the chapters of engineering chemistry, examination point of view and also conceptual basis. You will get numerical problems and concepts. Everything is available over there, right? So the topic for the day will be determination of hardness of water by complexometric method, that is the EDTA method. This is the concept taken from the textbook of engineering chemistry authored by Dr. Kavita Kothireddy Kota, available at Amazon. You can purchase from Amazon platform. So let me go with determination of hardness of water by complexometric method, EDTA method. It is the very essential kind of question which is given in the examination for the essay type question. So in this hardness determination by complexometric method, what is the principle laying behind this one? The determination of hardness is carried out by titrating water sample with sodium salt of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, right? So hard water sample was taken, that will be titrated against ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, abbreviated as EDTA, and Eriochrome black tea is taken as a indicator, right? So it is the colored indicator used to change the color to what identify the completion of the reaction, being it is the volumetric titration process, and pH to be maintained 9 to 10, end point changes from red color to blue color. When the EDTA solution complexes with calcium and magnesium salts completely, so there will be a change of color from red to blue color is possible. So here, whenever EDTA and hard water are supposed to be treated together, calcium and magnesium salts present in the hardness will form a complex with this EDTA. EDTA chemical composition, chemical structure is provided here. CH2 CH2N, CH2COOH, CH2COOH, N, CH2COOH, CH2COOH. This is the way EDTA EDTA ligand structure is provided. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid it will be, and it is the hexadentate ligand. 6 lone pair of electrons are used to be donated by this one, so that there is a octahedral complexation between these calcium salts and EDTA, or magnesium with EDTA, right? So whenever calcium or magnesium salts whichever present in the hard water, now they are initially treated with the indicator used in this titration process will be Eriochrome black tea, whose color is blue in color, right? Indicator existing in blue color. We need to maintain, in order to make the complex between these two, pH to be kept constant, that 9 to 10 pH to be maintained, so that to make the constant pH, buffer solution is a requisite component over there, so that here calcium magnesium EBT complexation is possible. That is highly unstable and red in color. Red color complex is originated. The calcium EBT or magnesium EBT, which is the unstable complex, can be titrated against ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So in order to make this EDTA and this complex reaction, pH to be maintained again 9 to 10, so that there is a replacement of calcium EBT or else magnesium EBT with calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA. This is the way a complex formation taking place at the completion of the reaction, so that free release of indicator Eriochrome black tea is possible. Whenever calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA complex is generated, that is highly stable, and moreover EDTA is the hexadentate ligand creating octahedral complex, and that is to be colorless. Along with this colorless complex, free release of EBT indicator taking place whose color is blue. That's the reason why whenever indicator is added that is existing in a red color, at the completion of reaction blue color will be originated. This is the way a kind of reaction taking place in the hot water with the EDTA. This is said to be a principle, Right. Here is the complete representation of octahedral complexation between the metal. You can take it as a calcium or magnesium, and here is the ethylene diamine group will be there. Two nitrogens are contributing to electron pairs like this, and acetate functionalities. There are 4 acetate functionalities, and each oxide is working like a ligand and able to release the electrons toward the metal, so that octahedral complexation is originated over there. This is the EDTA calcium metal or magnesium metal complex that is octahedral. Being it is the 6 coordinated complex, you can designate it as a complex of octahedral in nature, right? So next is about what chemicals we are going to use in this estimation of hardness of water. Standard hard water to be prepared. This is the chemicals required segment we are discussing about. Standard hard water of 0.01 molar solution to be prepared in the step 1. For that purpose, I am taking 1 gram of pure dry calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is water insoluble actually, but 1 gram exactly weighed, and it should be mixed with a minimum quantity of dilute hydrochloric acid. Whenever dilute hydrochloric acid is added, what it will do? Hydrochloric acid able to react with calcium carbonate, and there is eventual formation of calcium chloride. That calcium chloride is a permanent hardness causing salt, right? After mixing of calcium carbonate with a hydrochloric acid, we need to boil the solution until dryness completely. Whatever liquid existing in that totally disappeared, and a dryness will be there on the water bath, right? Dissolve the residue. So at the bottom you can find the residue. That residue will be taken. So the residue whichever taken to be added with distilled water, and the 1 liter solution was made. So here the dryness, the compound what we got, calcium chloride, now made into 1 liter solution over there. So here, in order to identify, in order to calculate its molarity, we have the formula. Molarity is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V in ml. So here weight of the sample taken 1 gram, and gram molecular weight of calcium carbonate is 100,000, and again we prepared 1 liter solution. So that 1 is the weight of the calcium carbonate by 100 is the gram molecular weight of calcium carbonate, and 1000 is taken 1000 again. Here VML means we are preparing 1 liter solution, but that's the reason by 1000 by 1000. 1000 by 1000 get compensated each other. 1 by 100 nothing but 0.01 molar solution. That is our intention to prepare the standard hard water of 0.01 molar solution. This is the way hard water sample will be prepared. Later, EDTA solution. In order to prepare the EDTA solution, I am taking 4 grams of pure EDTA crystals, and 0.1 gram of magnesium chloride got added. 1 liter distilled water got mixed up, so that EDTA solution prepared. Then EBT indicator. Indicator is available in the powdery form. We can commercially purchase that one. 0.1 gram tiny fraction will be taken, and Eriochrome black tea that should be mixed up with 100 ml of ethyl alcohol, right? So the preparation of indicator completed. Preparation of basic Bafo solution. In order to maintain the constant pH 9 to 10, there is a requisite basic Bafo solution compound, that is 67.5 grams of ammonium chloride, 570 milligrams of concentrated ammonia together are making basic Bafo solution. Now after mixing up these two components, now dilute with the distilled water, and a total solution will made into 1 liter. This is the way all the chemical solutions got prepared in order to go for the determination of hardness of water present in the water sample by EDTA titration. Now let me go with the steps involved in this method, standardization of EDTA. As we already know, preparation of standard hard water step got completed. 0.01 molar standard hard water prepared in this step. Later on, standardization of EDTA is required. Rinse the burette with EDTA solution, so that burette filled with the EDTA solution, and pipette out 20 ml of standard hard water whichever we prepared just now, that is indicated as M1. in a conical flask. 20 ml of prepared hard water to be taken into the conical flask. As we already know, buffer solution is required in order to make the constant pH, so that 4 ml basic buffer to be added, and the indicator tiny fraction 2 drops are enough in order to carry the reaction. 2 drops of EBT indicator to be mixed with this conical flask. So whenever all the components mixed in the conical flask, that appeared like a red in color. Now red color solution in the conical flask titrated against this EDTA solution. Whenever EDTA solution titration taking place, red color now changes into blue in color. So whenever blue color changes, you can note down the values in the tabular form. Various titration can be carried for 2 to 3 times in order to get the concurrent values. Every time you need to mention how much EDTA consumed for 20 ml of standard hard water in order to convert red color into blue color. Those values were taken. Right, now we have a formula in order to go for the calculation of concentration of EDTA. Standardization stands for EDTA concentration to be determined. For that purpose, we have a formula. Standard hard water terms were taken as M1 V1. M1 is the molarity of standard hard water, V1 is the volume of standard hard water, is equal to EDTA terms were taken in the right hand side, M2 V2. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. M2 stands for concentration of EDTA that we need to calculate its molarity. Then volume of EDTA consumed, that was the reading, burette reading, which is taking place for red color to blue color change, that to be taken as V2 volume. Here the requisite term for the calculation will be M2 only. That's the reason why molarity of EDTA is equal to M1 V1 by V2. This is the formula for the calculation of molarity of EDTA. Here as we already know, M1 stands for molarity of standard hard water, that is known to you. 0.01 molar solution we only prepared. Then volume of standard hard water we are pipetting into the conical flask, that is 20 ml. Molarity of EDTA, that is the requirement in this step number 2. Volume of EDTA nothing but how the burette reading is recorded in order to change the color from red to blue. So all these values are known except M2, so that M2 to be calculated in the step number 2. Later on, after getting the concentration of EDTA, total hardness to be determined. Estimation of total hardness of water is required. In order to estimate the total hardness, again we are filling that burette with the EDTA solution. First of all, cleansing that burette and rinsing with the EDTA solution is required, and burette will be filled with EDTA solution. Into the conical flask, you are pipetting out 20 ml of sample water whose hardness you want to determine. That is not the prepared hard water in the step number 1. This is the sample hard water, different. So sample hard water, for example, if you want to determine the hardness of tap water, the tap water to be taken 20 ml. Or else if you want to determine the hardness of mineral water, that you have to take 20 ml. Or else if you want to determine borewell water hardness, so that 20 ml of bore water to be taken. Or else river water. Whatever sample you want to check, that sample water to be taken 20 ml into the conical flask, and the same titration process continued as above. Here again a buffer 4 ml to be added, 2 drops of indicator got mixed up. Then reaction mixture again existing in a red in color. Now titration taken with the EDTA solution. Again the change of solution from red to blue color is carried. Red to blue color change is possible over there, and the volume used as a YML. Now we have a formula again. Here M2 V2 is equal to M3 V3. M2 V2 terms belongs to EDTA solution, and M3 V3 terms belongs to total hardness. At this condition, M3 is the requisite concentration of total hardness to be calculated. M2 is the molarity of EDTA calculated just now in the step number 2. And the V2 is the volume of EDTA, that is nothing but this burette reading for the color change from red to blue in color. that is calculated by this titration process, right? V3 is nothing but hard water that pipetted out to 20 ml only. This is the way all the terms are known except M3, so that M3 calculation is carried. M3 is equal to M2 V2 by V3. So if this hardness is calculated by using the formula, so you know already the fundamental formula for the calculation of molarity. Molarity is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V in ml. This is the formula for the calculation of molarity of any solution. By this step, you calculated already molarity. If molarity is known to you, the requisite term will be weight, amount of total hardness to be calculated. So that V total nothing but the weight of the total hardness, that is nothing but amount of total hardness, is equal to M3 into gram molecular weight into V by 1000. This will be the formula in order to convert molarity into the weight. Molarity transformed into the weight by using this formula. Let me repeat again. Weight of total hardness is equal to molarity of total hardness into gram molecular weight, that is 100, into volume by 1000. Right. Now M3, after calculating this, you will get it, and molecular weight of calcium carbonate taken is 100, volume. So in the 100 ml you are calculating the total hardness. That's the reason why V is taken as 1000 ml, and already 1000 is there, 1000 by 1000, right? M3 so that 1000 got compensated. M3 now multiplied with 100, being calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100. M3 into 100, the value calculated in gram per liter, but the hardness always represented in parts per million in the universal terms. That's the reason why gram to be converted into milligram by multiplying with 1000. M3 when multiplied with 100 and 1000, that is turned into a milligram per liter. M3 into 10 to the power 5 parts per million, this is the total hardness of water. Why M3 into 10 to the power 5? So here this 100 contributing 2 zeros, and this 1000 contributing more 3 zeros, so that M3 simply you can multiply with 10 to the power 5, so that total hardness can be calculated. Now it is turned to calculate the permanent hardness by volumetric analysis, EDTA complexometry. For that purpose, 100 ml of sample water was taken. Same sample what you calculated, just total hardness, the same sample was taken again into the 250 ml beaker. Into 250 ml beaker, 100 ml sample water was taken. Boil it to remove the temporary hardness. Here 100 ml water was taken. You need to boil the liquid. That sample water should be boiled until the volume is becoming half. So 100 ml should be shrinked into 50 ml, up to 50 ml liquid. So it should be boiled till the time you need to boil. Whenever boiling taken place, temporary hardness is totally removed. Temporary hardness caused by bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, that hardness removed in the form of precipitate. That's the reason why the precipitate can be simply filtered. So after the filtration, insoluble salts will be removed, and that liquid, that 50 ml of sample water, now it is containing only permanent hardness. That 50 ml now diluted with 100 diluted up to 100 ml by using distilled water. Now pipette out 20 ml of this permanent hardness water, that is taken as a V4 into the conical flask. Again the process of titration remains the same as the above, right? 4 ml of buffer solution should be mixed up with that one, and 2 drops of EBT indicator is also added to the same conical, so that again red color liquid is generated in the conical flask. EDTA is there in the burette. Now we are performing same kind of titration until red color of the conical now shifted into blue color. The entire titration got accomplished. Now completion of the reaction, you can take it as a ZML. Here the permanent hardness, the difference between total hardness and permanent hardness is Sample of water directly taken gives rise to total hardness. Sample of water should be boiled in order to remove the temporary hardness, gives the permanent hardness. The process of titration remains exactly same. After that, again I am going towards this formula. M4V4 is equal to M2V2. M2V2 terms belongs to EDTA. M4V4 terms belongs to permanent hardness. Here permanent hardness molarity to be calculated by taking M2V2 into V4. M2 is the molarity of EDTA, just calculated in the step number 2. And the volume of EDTA consumed for this permanent hardness to be taken. This is the important parameter to remember. So for this step, titration with EDTA solution, in this step ZML consumed, right, that ZML taken as the volume of EDTA over there. And the molarity of permanent hardness, that is unknown, to be calculated. And volume of permanent hardness, you are pipetting out 20 ml into the conical, that is known volume to you. So if all the terms are known except M4, so that M4 is the permanent hardness you are calculating using this formula. After getting this molarity of permanent hardness, that should be converted into weight. So permanent hardness weight is equal to M4 into molecular weight of calcium carbonate. Again it is 100 into V 1000 ml by 1000. 1000 compensated, you will get M4 into 100 in gram per liter, and again that multiplied with 1000 to convert into milligram per liter. That is nothing but parts per million. So that permanent hardness is calculated by simply taking M4 multiplied with 10 to the power 5 ppm. So permanent hardness calculated. Now it is turn to determine the temporary hardness of water. Temporary hardness can be calculated by temporary hardness is equal to total hardness minus permanent hardness. The difference between total and permanent hardness, that is temporary hardness only. Very simple to calculate. This is the way the volumetric analysis of estimation of hardness of water is carried by using ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid EDTA. So here the complexation taking place, EBT taken as the indicator. Basic buffer solution is used to maintain 9 to 10 pH, and color changes from red to blue in each step. The entire titration consists of 3 steps. In the step 1, standard hard water preparation is required. Step 2, EDTA concentration to be determined. In step 3, hardness of water should be estimated. Again, hardness of water estimation taking place, total hardness, permanent hardness and temporary hardness. So entire concepts are given in the detailed manner. Hopefully you enjoyed the session, and you can watch the topic till the completion, so that you can understand the concept in the well manner, and share with your friends and subscribe the channel, so that regularly we will post the same related topics pertaining with the engineering chemistry. Thank you very much. Signing off, Dr. Kavita Kottireddy Kota.